All right, question 29. The equation above defines a circle in the xy plane. What are the coordinates of the center of the circle? Okay, so this is the equation of a circle question. And this type of question actually show up a lot. Okay, so we do want to make sure we know how to do this. Okay, so first, we got to know the standard form. Okay, the standard form of the equation of a circle is gonna be this here. Let me write this down. Standard form. Okay, it will be x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equal to r squared. All right, so we have an equation in this form. This represents the graph of a circle. And then h comma k, the h and the k value, this represents the center of the circle. So h is like the x value of the center and k is the y value of the center. And r represents the radius of the circle. Okay. So if you look at this equation, unfortunately, this is not in the standard form. Okay, so this is the general form. Okay, we have x squared plus 20x plus y squared plus 16y equal to negative 20. So what we have to do is we do have to first convert it into the standard form. Okay. And to rewrite it into standard form, we have to do what's called a completing the square. Okay, we have to use completing square in order to convert into the standard form. So let's go ahead and try that. Okay, so we have x squared plus 20x, and then we're gonna put all the x's together. They already are, and we're gonna leave a space here. And we're gonna add a number there. Okay, and then the y squared plus 16y, again, we'll leave an open space right there. We're gonna add a number. And then we have equal to negative 20. Okay, so now the question is, what number do we add? Well, for the x here, we'll look at the number in front of x, which is a 20. So this is a 20, so we want to divide it by 2. And then we square that. Okay, so we divide it by 2 and then we have to square that. So always divide it by 2 and then square. Okay, so 20 divided by 2 is 10, right? 10 squared is 100. So we'll add 100 right there. Okay, so just keep in mind, if we add it on the left side, we do also have to add it on the right side. Okay, to keep the equation balanced. So don't forget that. So we add 100 on both sides. Okay. And then for the y's, we had to do 16, again, divided by 2, and then square that. Okay, 16 divided by 2 is 8, 8 squared is 64. So if we add it there, we do have to add it on the right. Okay, yep. So then to solve from here, we can, so now the question is, why do we add these numbers, right? So what we can do after we added the numbers, well, we ended up here, the x squared plus 20x plus 100. This will always be a perfect square trinomial. Okay, so it's called a perfect square trinomial. That means when we factor it, the two factors will be exactly the same. Okay, so let me erase these for now. Okay, so we factor this x squared plus 20x plus 100. We can factor this as we have x and x. So you're looking for two numbers that multiply to be the last number there. So multiply to be 100, and that to add to be the middle number. All right, so what two number multiply to be 100, add to be 20? That'd be 10 and 10. Okay, so it'd be x plus 10 times x plus 10. And this will always be the number that we get after we divide by 2. So 20 divided by 2, we get positive 10, right? So it'd be x plus 10 times x plus 10. Okay, but we can rewrite it as x plus 10 squared. Okay, so it was x plus 10 times itself, so it's x plus 10 squared. Okay, and for the y's, we can also factor. So this will be a y and y and two number. We're looking for two number, multiply to be 64, add to be 16, so add to be plus 8 and plus 8. Okay, but we can rewrite this as y plus 8 squared. Okay, And then these are added together, and what is it equal to? On the right side, we solve that. It would be -20 plus 100 is 80 plus 64 is 144. All right, so you go 144, and you see this here is the standard form of the equation of a circle. All right, so it matches with the standard form that we talk about. Okay, and the question says, what is the center? All right, they ask us about the center of the circle. So the center will be the h and the k value. So that will be the number. We have to look inside the parentheses. Will be a number inside parentheses, but remember h and k is minus h and minus k. So the h and k value will be opposite. Okay, so instead of positive 10 and positive 8, we'll make it negative 10 and negative 8. Okay, so the center of the circle should be negative 10 comma negative 8. So whatever number inside the parentheses, we had to make it opposite. Okay, so then that make the answer choice B the correct answer for 29. All right, so they asked about the radius, then radius will be the square root of 144, and 144 is r squared. So for radius, we take square root of that, it should be 12. Okay, so for this type of question, we had to do convenience square, convert it to the standard form, and then they will either ask about the center or the radius.